How's it going, guys? It's Josh here. Got a little video for you today on USB hubs. Now, there's a lot of USB hubs about. Which type is going to be best for you? Well, today we're going to find out. Now, I've wanted to do a video like this for a little while now. Recently, a company called Sabrent reached out to me and sent me a pretty massive tech bundle of USB hubs. So I thought, what better way to use them than to make this video. Now, they don't just do USB hubs, they do networking, USB cables, audio, pretty much anything to do with connectivity. Highly recommend them if you want to check them out. It's good quality stuff. Now let's get into it. So first off, USB 2 versus USB 3, which should you go for? Well, it seems like a no-brainer, but a good quality USB 3 hub is going to be quite a bit more expensive than the USB 2 equivalent. It's good to have USB 3, it is backwards compatible, but it's probably only going to be worth it to you if you transfer a lot of large files regularly. If you're only plugging in mice and keyboards, you might as well go for a USB 2 and save yourself a little bit of money. Not only that, but I actually find USB 2 to be more reliable in certain situations. I know my audio interface, for example, specifically states that it should be plugged into a USB 2 port. Second then, powered or unpowered? Well, I did a video on this a little while back, but to sum up, you'll want powered if you're going to be using a lot of high power USB devices like flash drives. Each USB port on your computer can only provide up to 500 milliamps of power. If you exceed that, you're probably going to start seeing problems. Although it depends on the devices that you're using, you'll tend to find it's the larger 7 or 10 port USB hubs that come with a power adapter. The power supply plugs into the wall and it ensures that each USB port gets the full power it requires, avoiding any problems. The 4 port hubs that I've shown here, although they don't come with a power supply, they do have an input for one if you wanted to add one at a later date. Next then, should you get one with switches? Well, if you decide to go with an unpowered hub, it might actually be a good idea. That way you can leave all of your devices plugged in and only use the ones that you actually require at that moment. I'd say it's more of a convenience thing as opposed to a must-have feature. Some of them do have lights too, which look pretty cool if you're into that sort of stuff. Next up, extra features. Now the hub I've got here actually has a gigabit Ethernet port, so you can connect to networks, which is pretty handy. And then we have this thing. Now this is pretty much a huge docking station and it's got literally everything. It comes with a power supply and a USB Type B connector to plug it into your PC. You've got 2 USB 2 ports, 2 USB 3 ports, and then 2 quick charge ports, which is absolutely awesome. They're specifically designed for fast charging your devices. It also has an Ethernet port and 3.5mm jacks for headphones and microphones. Perhaps most crazy of all, you can actually connect a monitor to this thing too. It's got HDMI and DVI output, so you can hook up another monitor to your PC through this thing. It's a pretty serious piece of kit. There's also a stand at the front for holding your phone or tablet while it's charging, or to hold your tablet if you've got it rigged up to that HDMI port. Now that is a lot of features to say it only takes up one USB port on your computer. And then finally, quality. Now there are differences in quality between USB hubs. Some are made from more premium materials. This one that I've got here is actually aluminium, so it's a bit more aesthetically pleasing. And then some are going to just be more reliable. I've ordered cheap USB hubs off eBay in the past. It's really not worth it though. I had a lot of issues to do with devices being recognised, things like that. So go for a good quality one. Other than that, you'll have to decide what features are going to be most important to you, whether it be an unpowered or powered USB hub, USB 2 or USB 3, it's really up to you. If you want to check out any of Sabrent's products, I'll drop links in the description to all of the ones featured in this video. Thanks very much for watching today, guys. Subscribe for more and I'll catch you all in the next one.